This is gonna be an interesting video. So, yesterday was a busy day. Between Gorillaz releasing their brand new music video and Elgato announcing their brand new Stream Deck, it was a lot of things I had to pre-order. But before all that happened, there was this, the Destiny 2 leak. And I promised you guys I would probably make a video on this and discuss my feelings and what I think of all the information that we probably can get from this poster. Before we actually get into breaking down this poster and getting whatever information we can from it, let's talk about the skepticism that everyone thought this was originally fake. Now, yes, this is a French poster from a French GameStop from what I'm to understand, from what a lot of articles are saying. And this is a real image. This is a real promotion for Destiny 2, and it's been basically confirmed through a lot of sources from Eurogamer and so on and so forth. But there's another reason why I know this is most likely real. If you look at the countertop underneath the poster, it is red. What do all GameStops, at least in my area, have? Red countertops. You also have, in the bottom left corner on the edge of the poster, a advertisement for a Nintendo 3DS, and it has the GameStop promotion across the top. You also have on the top right corner what looks to be like a debit card machine. So either A, this is in a back room, or B, he literally has this on the main countertop near the credit card machine and the register. I don't know, but that's pretty exciting that maybe someone else could have seen this whole poster and maybe gotten a sneak peek. But I have more of a feeling that this is in the back room and he's probably taking a picture near a computer, so on and so forth. Now, when it comes to Destiny 2, let's take a look at this poster and kind of break it down. I honestly don't know how to feel about Destiny 2. And the truth is that I wanted to love the original Destiny. Year 1 was a colossal failure, and then everyone told me that the further expansions were great and that they really helped the game. But it was already too late for me. To be honest, there was a lot of things in Destiny 1 that I did not enjoy, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Let's take a look at this poster and see what we can break down. Now, the first thing you see is the Destiny 2 logo, and this is surprising to me because originally I would think that they wouldn't do just Destiny and then a 2 behind it. Whenever I really think about it, I was thinking maybe they would use some sort of Roman numerals to signify, Destiny 2, but that also has been kind of overplayed throughout game series recently. So maybe doing the just regular 2 behind it, that might be a good idea, but I honestly probably would have preferred just seeing maybe some Roman numerals. But overall, not bad. It isn't a bad design. It's just very basic. Now, if you look up above the logo, you can see a date, September 8th. Now, this, as I said, is a French poster, so it doesn't say, oh, fuck me. Like I was saying, it is not going to say September because it's in French, so it's going to say Septembre, which I think that's how you pronounce it. I could be wrong. I could have just butchered that, but September 8th. Now, this is pretty awesome because this is the typical time that new Destiny content comes out, like a big expansion or a sequel, and this is pretty typical to see around September, October for these to be coming out. So let's talk about that thing that's right above the date as well. Well, that is actually a symbol that I despise, and that is the content exclusive logo for PlayStation. Now, let me explain why I despise that, and I hate the idea of exclusive content to certain platforms. I've never liked that. I've never liked timed exclusives or exclusives to certain platforms. I've just never liked that idea. And that just might be me, and you're probably saying, but gamer, the thing is that they need to compete with Xbox. The thing for me is that I feel like everyone should be on the same playing ground, everyone should have the same experience, and I just hate these fucking deals. It's like, The thing is that whenever it comes to it, yes, they have a deal with Activision. They have a deal for Activision with Call of Duty as well. And I even hated it whenever I was an Xbox guy and I was on the original Xbox 360 and we were playing Call of Duty and we had, you know, the content ahead of time. I didn't like that because I had friends at school that I couldn't talk to them about the new maps or like the new DLC because they didn't have it yet because they were on PlayStation and they had to wait. So honestly, I just think it sucks that there's more exclusive content, but that's just me. A lot of you are probably gonna be like, yay, I'm a PlayStation user and there's content that I'm gonna get first over those jobbers on Xbox and PC, because here's another thing, this is supposedly gonna be having a PC port this time. So yay, PC Master Race, fuck yeah. So before I get ahead of myself, let's talk about the 3 Guardians over on the left. You have the Warlock, you have the Hunter, and you have the Titan, what I usually main whenever I play Destiny. Now, here's the thing. If this is Destiny 2, I want to see more than just these 3 options. There needs to be more options. There needs to be more, basically, options to make different classes besides these 3. I guarantee you guys can come up with something. And there's a variety of things you could do. I would like to see more variety when it comes to this. Now, I guarantee you they put these 3 on here because I think these are the 3 actors that normally play these characters whenever they do their live action commercials, whenever there's a new expansion. So I have a feeling whenever we see the E3 or announcement trailer, we're going to see these 3 in some sort of fight. As you can see in the background, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a very good shot of this, but there is a fallen ship behind it. So this is pretty interesting that they're basically, I think, on Earth. It kind of looks like the first area from Earth, and there's a fallen ship and they're ready for action, and it looks like they're kind of surprised. So they're ready to kick some ass and take some names. And this just honestly looks interesting, but I need to see more classes than these 3. Now, I know that that's kind of the balance of it, that there's only 3 classes, but come on, we can come up with more than that. I think that there's probably maybe 1 or 2 you could put in for this game, or maybe another 3 that you're just not showing in this, so that way it's a surprise whenever it comes out at E3 or whatnot, that there are more classes to the game. So that would be pretty interesting in my opinion. Okay, so before we finally leave the poster and leave this image, let's take a look at the bottom of the poster, because there's one last thing. A beta. Yes, of course there is a beta coming to Destiny 2, and thank God there is, because honestly, I think a lot of games need this before release. You know, when it comes to games like Halo the MCC that fell apart at release, and even Destiny 1 that even though it had an alpha and a beta, it was kind of a disappointment of a game. It wasn't a bad game, but it was a definite disappointment in my opinion, and I'm going to be jumping on that beta as soon as possible to take a look at this and see what direction Destiny is heading, because hopefully they're heading in the right direction and I can basically maybe get into Destiny a little bit. Maybe I can get into the series and, you know, actually enjoy it. Here's why I'm very cautious whenever it comes to Destiny. Originally, when Bungie announced their independence from Microsoft and that they were done with the Halo franchise after Reach, I was excited. I wanted to know what they were going to do, and I was excited to see where this new partnership led to and where they were going to go separate from Microsoft. But then a year later, they announced that they were being partnered with Activision. In my opinion, the worst company in the whole wide world. And that's the thing, is that a lot of people say that EA is the worst company ever. No, I disagree entirely, wholeheartedly. I disagree. I think Activision is the worst company ever, because they just take game franchises and just drive them into the ground and kill them with microtransactions and DLC and rushed release dates. So that's the reason why I hate Activision. They've killed so many franchises, in my opinion, that they're unforgivable. But the thing for me is that when it came to Destiny, I wanted a great narrative that wasn't there in the original game. There was such a lack of narrative that was viewable in game that I wasn't really into it, because I got bored really easy, I'm not gonna lie. And supposedly there was all these things you had to find online on the website, and I just said fuck it, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, because Bungie has been known to be great storytellers, and if it's not in the game, I don't want a repeat of Halo 4 where you had to go find stuff online or something like that whenever it came to the I think it was the data logs or whatnot. But whenever it came to Destiny, there was even less narrative. Like, Halo 4 had more narrative and story than Destiny did, in my opinion. And I didn't even finish the initial game because I was like, this is repetitive, it's boring, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to the same area 3 to 4 times to finish like 3 to 4 missions, and it's all the same area but with harder bad guys. Like, why would I do this? And so I just backed away from Destiny, and I said I was really excited about this game. I got overexcited and it let me down. And that's the God honest truth, as it let me down, because I wanted to really get into the game, but unfortunately that didn't happen. And it was a number of things, including the frame rate being locked at 30. I was really hoping it was going to be at 60, you know, because we've always had 30 FPS Bungie games. I was kind of hoping with the new generation of software it was going to be 60 FPS, but you know, that's the past. We soon found out that the hardware was extremely underpowered, and you know, that's on both ends, you know, optimization from Bungie and the consoles just being underpowered. The other thing was the multiplayer was extremely imbalanced at the time, and it just didn't appeal to me, because like I said many times before, what I liked about Halo 3, and I'll even give Halo 5 some credit, is that everyone started with the same loadout. They had the same weapons. It was a balanced game. And there's really nothing like that in Destiny. Everyone has different weapons, and it wasn't appealing to me, because it wasn't like you had weapons that you could pick up on the map and you could actually, you know, use. You just started with these weapons and you would go get ammo boxes. And I was just like, this isn't what I want for a multiplayer experience. And between the lack of narrative, the repetitiveness, the optimization issues and everything, I was just not interested in Destiny. If they can fix these issues and also make a great PC port for, you know, Destiny 2, I'll be sold. If they can fix the narrative, which supposedly they fixed the lack of narrative through all the other expansions, including, you know, the Taken King and Rise of Iron, they fixed these narrative issues. That's awesome. I haven't experienced those because I've been not playing the game. And FPS is still a thing for me. In 2017, I feel like most FPS games should have 60 FPS, because it's a thing. And a lot of Destiny players, I know that BBK Dragoon has said this, I wish that Destiny was a 60 FPS game. But there was that, the multiplayer was unbalanced and not fun, and I was talking to Roni Boney and we were talking about ranking systems. If they had something like a military-ish ranking system for the game, then I'd be interested, instead of doing levels that I just didn't understand, light levels and so on and so forth. It was a mess. I didn't really like it. I'm going to try and get into it, and if someone wants to help me and play with me, let me know down in the comment section down below. But guys, that's it. That's it for this video. I think I've explained everything pretty well, and what I want to see with Destiny 2. I want to see 60 FPS. I want to see great narrative. I want to hear balanced multiplayer, and I want to hear a great PC port. So that's the thing for me, is that I need all those things for Destiny 2 to be a thing for me to make content for and to enjoy and spend time with my friends, because there are so many of my friends that are PC players. Matt, he's a PC player. You've got Orion, who's a PC player. Shane, he's on console and on PC, but he's on the 360. That's the only way he's been able to experience Destiny, and unfortunately he's cut off now because he's only on the Tanking King. So guys, I've gone on long enough. I think that it's time to end off this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead, leave a like, let me know what you think down in the comment section down below, and if you didn't like it and you disagree with me, hey, go ahead, leave a dislike. I'm sure there's going to be a few of those because, you know, I'm kind of like disagreeing on what Destiny is at the moment, and let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. But guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you, and as always, GamerJlee signing out.